Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents Sunday Fun Day Collectors Lounge International. So glad to have you guys here with us, where we talk about everything that's going on in the collecting universe as well as pop culture. We got the critic Cam's corner in the building, so Cam's going to be sharing his. He's not going to give away spoilers, but he's just going to fill us in on what he thinks about the film, but also what he thinks about the collecting universe and how that may influence the collecting universe and how it may look, and also tips on how to keep your beard smooth. Anyway, that much more, and a surprise that Shane himself is going to be in Secret Invasions, but we'll talk about that like some other time. There'd be another discussion. Anyway, thank you guys for actually being here with us today. But I got an incredible panel with us here this evening, man. And let's bring these cats in. What is going on with you?
We
guys,
got a code 49.
Hey,
Code 49. Leia is leaking. Yes, he's leaking it to the press. Yeah. Order a strike. Order a strike immediately.
Order a strike immediately. I gotta make sure ain't nobody bombing my crib. But anyway, man, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Cal, what's going on with you, brother?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, I
What's
think
up,
you're
everybody?
muted. But you good.
In the
you
office
good.
as usual.
In the office as usual.
In the office as usual, do what I do.
Bro, you know what? I think what you should do, right? From now on. Like, if you ever, like, Cal, if you ever got to the point where you wanted to start a channel, you might just do this shit in your truck.
Start doing it on the road.
Bro. Just do this shit in your truck from now on, bro. Like, that's it.
Internet's
like,
too damn spotty out here. Like, I could be driving in a great area and then just drive right into a dead zone. So that's why I don't do it.
Bro, that is because you got the logo right on the back of your you see, there you go. So you know what I mean. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else.
Captain seat. What can I say?
Hell yeah, man. But anyway, thank you for being here, brother. As always.
Thanks for having me.
Triple G Comics, man. Thank you for being here with us, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for inviting us back. Over the moon to be here.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you.
So glad to actually have you here. Listen, bro. I have to tell you that me and the missus are like the UK sick right now, bro.
Yeah.
We miss it so much, bro. Like, we talk about it every day, like literally like watery eye talking about like how much fun we had, and we just, yeah, bro, like it was so fun. And we just talked about it like the other day. We started going through all photos and stuff like that, like, damn, I forgot to put these up, I forgot to put that up, I forgot to put that up. I was like, yeah, so yeah, miss it, man. But thank you for basically being here with us, bro.
No
So
problem
glad
at
to
all.
have you
Thank
here
you.
with us. The one and only 1-6 Figure Focus in the building. What's going on, Shane?
What's up? Thanks very much for inviting me. Yeah, all's good. Had a great weekend. I got a shout out to Alan actually, from the 6 Scale Gallery. He got 2 custom case for his DX19, and he wasn't using one, and he offered it to me. It's a Jackson shoe, so like, any excuse to repose the DX19. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, I just did a bit of a repose, and I took a few photos of it, and took a bunch of photos this weekend. I just love it. Like, it's just a great cape. It's a great piece. So massive shout out to the generosity of Alan. Really appreciate it. And reposed the Mando there as well. And things are good, man. You got to appreciate the collection you have.
Hell yeah, you do, bro. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna circle back around because I'm gonna ask. It was one important question that I wanted to ask you that I never got a chance to ask you. But since you talked about that, I'm gonna circle back around to you in a minute because I want to get your take on this as well. Since you are talking about the DX19, so I want to kind of get some information from you on that. Austin, my guy, bro. What's going on with you, bro? So glad to have you here with us again, my man. What's going on, man?
Hey, Lael, everybody. Thank you so much for the invite again. Happy to be here with my friends. No, it's been a great weekend. Great weekend. I try not to show too much light for the background because it's a complete mess in this room, but we got our other house rented out, so I've just been using that for like additional storage. So this room is now absolutely cluttered.
Yeah, but it looks good though. That's the thing. It looks good because the thing is, I like the simple fact that, bro, you always put up like. Here's the thing: you make a collector like me feel like I'm not alone. When you put up like photos of the boxes and stuff that you, and I'm like, you know what? I am not by myself, bro.
Oh,
I'm
see,
not.
that shit's real though, you know? That's like that's
It is.
behind the scenes,
Hell
typically we
yeah.
just show like all the clean, pretty detox or cases or whatnot.
Yeah.
So many times behind the scenes, right next to the detox, there's a total mess.
Hell yeah, bro. Like straight up. I mean, I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I feel safe. I look at it that way, but then Toy looks at me and she's like, you better clean that shit up. Clean it
It's
up.
all clean. It's all cleaned up from the living room and all put away now. So
Yeah. You know what? Hey, Cam, Toya gives me that. She comes downstairs, she's chewing gum. And you know when a girl's chewing gum and they gotta wash clothes and they looking at you, and you already know what it is, bro. They see that serious chewing gum look, and then she look at your stuff and she roll her eyes and she walk back upstairs. Like, I got a box. No, check it out. So I got a box from Underground Figures last night. I mean yesterday. I mean not yesterday, last week. Ray sent me a box with my clones and stuff in it. I had been sitting for a while, I couldn't wait to get them. Like, so I finally, once he got it in, he sent it to me. She walks downstairs and she was like, what's in the box? I was like, yeah, so it's my clones that, again, Ray had, he sent me my box, this stuff came in, it's been paid off, which it wasn't lying. The stuff was paid off. It just, he never received it. So he got it and sent it to me. So she was like, what's in the box? And I was like, well, it's my figures from Ray. She's like, mm-hmm. And kept on walking. So you get that afterwards, bro. It's like, fuck, I gotta do something nice.
There you go.
I gotta do some nice shit. You already know how it is. So, but Cam, thank you for being here, bro. What's going on?
Man, thank you, bro. Yeah, man. Another day. Can't wait to talk about a certain film. So hopefully,
hell
I can share some information with you guys, but not too much information to spoil it if you plan on seeing it next week.
Yeah,
we're man.
Not gonna spoil a week too much. We just gonna have a little conversation about what's going on, and whether or not. And I want to get mainly from you after seeing the films. What figures do you think are going to have the biggest impact in the collecting community, and which ones would you least think we're going to get? Well, and that's treading dangerous territory as well, because you might reveal characters that don't reveal characters that we don't know are in the film, or the possibility we could see.
Okay. Yeah. I want to talk about those.
Yeah, just basically overall, we won't do that. But yeah, man, thank you for being here, and thank you guys for actually being out there with us. We're gonna have a great show. Let me see who's in the building with us. We got Thule in the building. Thank you for being here, my man. DT Art Man Tyria is in the building. The great Tyria. Yo, those cookies, boy. Whew, those wafers. I can't just get that in my head.
Okay,
man.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
My man, thank you. I got his package yesterday. He sent me a big ass box of cookies and wouldn't let me pay him back for it.
Oh shit. See,
so I want to say thank you. I tried to look in the chat real quick. I didn't see he was in there, but if you're there, man, thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't even get a chance to get around to him yet, but thank you. I really appreciate that.
He definitely is. We've been snacking, and we were snacking.
For those in the chat, those on the panel that know what we're talking about, the cookies are fire.
Hell yeah.
That's a man of the people.
Yeah, he is
right there. He's a gent.
He is. He definitely is a gentleman. We got Bendu Windu in the building. Thank you for being here. Philip the Fool, Austin Nichols. Who else we got here? Blitz. 0065 is in the building. Ash Chase is in the building. Thank you for being here. Delia Meyer. We got what is that? Stat Crash 1138. Thank you for being here. Who else do we have in the building? Mike Fiella is here with us. Ed R is here with us. Agent Silver Fox Ian is in the building. My guy, love you, bro. So glad to see you here with us, man. Always. And I hope you enjoying them special edition Crocs that you got from your daughter. She's a beauty. We got let me see. Striker 47 is in the building. Who else do we have here? Mark Mitchell is here. Machiavelli the Dawn is in here. Thank you for being here. Mando Guito is in the building. Windman 42. Ren's Talentino, the great Ren Talentino is in the building. Thank you for being here. Some guy is here. Who else do we have with us? That I didn't mention. AJ Agrusa, channel member AJ Agrusa is in the building. Who else do we have here? 12-inch Moose Dream is in the building. Larry Walker. Who else is here with us? And Ryan Smith is in the building. Thank you for being here. Any newbies that we have in here that I didn't mention? Zach16 is in the building. Thank you for being here. Lancelot Nerd Corner is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. Yes, Beam is in the building. Thank you for being here as always, bro. Tragedy Tales is here with us. So thank you. So good for you to be here. 4K Media Guy is here with us. Big Dog Pound 1 is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Yes, the Silver Fox, you already know, is in that building. Zach16. And yes, so let's kind of get into this real quick. Cam, I am going to start with you right off the back before
Okay,
we
sure.
dive into everything else. So we're going to start with you. You got a chance to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Chapter 3, Volume 3. Overall, your take on the film, and do I have to take a box of tissues with me and cry like a bitch? What do you think?
I would say there are sentimental moments in the film. I wouldn't say box of tissues, probably not. It's not in-game sad, okay? But it is sad. There are some sad moments in there. I will say the film immediately in the first 5 minutes is like action, straight action from like beginning to end almost. Like I said, great fight scenes. There's also, I mean, there's good comedy in there. Not like trying too hard comedy like Leo would say for Thor, but like just regular like the Guardians of the Galaxy puns that are like back and forth.
Goat-free comedy.
There you go, goat-free comedy. There's no goat.
Yeah,
There are tons of animals, but there's no goats.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cam, so you're talking about the comedy. Does Volume 3, does that kind of fit the tone of the past two?
It does.
Okay.
Actually, and I watched when I watched the movie, I went to sleep and like I wanted to like think on it before I did a review on it, because like I wasn't sure if I was happy how it turned out, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I feel like it was a great way to close a chapter for several characters, but also open another chapter for new characters to be able to thrive in this whole MCU cosmic world.
I'm glad you kind of sat on it, because I don't know if anybody else kind of experiences this. Sometimes after I watch a movie, I can't exactly trust my initial reaction to it, because there's been movies in the past where like David Ayer's Suicide Squad, when I left the theater, I was like, this was amazing. I absolutely loved it. And then I watched it at home and I was like, wow, I didn't even finish it. I was like, this was really bad. So those gut instincts, man, sometimes you gotta sit on it for a little bit.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they want to get their reviews out immediately, I think. And for me, I'm not really a reviewer, so it just kind of gave me a chance to just be like, I mean, y'all can put y'all's out immediately, but I want to have something with substance that like I really felt like made sense, So
Can you hear that?
Great film.
Can you hear that?
I thought it was SpongeBob in the background.
Every single time I'm invited on the show, I sit down and the guy's out there selling whatever. I bet you he's not selling ice cream. I'm telling you.
Get us a 99, Shane. Oh,
it's raining outside.
Damn. And he's out there selling some ice cream. Ain't that some funny shit? Wow, that's big perm. Anyway.
It's funny what you're saying about your kind of your initial feelings of the film, because I struggle, being a massive Marvel geek. I struggle with the weight of expectation. I go in expecting to see cameos and all this kind of stuff, and I often come out a little bit disappointed. And it's not until I lose that expectation and go back and maybe see it a second time, think actually this is good. If I put aside what I expected, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you nailed it. I mean, sometimes those personal expectations get in the way of the objective criticism that you may have for it. So kind of sitting there and kind of pondering for a little bit. I mean, Rise of Skywalker, I mean, that was kind of one of those for me. Not gonna lie, I left it, I was really torn, and then like objectively I was like, you know what, for the follow-up from the last movie and the ending of a saga, I guess this was a pretty okay film. Like, and I kind of struggled with this. Like, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I thought was going to happen. But they course corrected well enough for me, I guess, for this particular story that they're going for. It was a struggle.
Yeah, that you're right, bro. That's the way that's how I felt about John Wick, this last one, because I loved it. but had to sit on the ending because I didn't think I was like, I'm not satisfied.
Yeah.
Especially, and not giving it away for people who haven't seen it, especially considering the simple fact that one character gets to survive that I thought should have died. I was like, fuck him. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Literally, bro. I was just like, yo, but in the scheme of the film, I was like, in John Wick's story, I was like, okay, it makes sense to end this way. You know what I mean? It does make sense to end this way. Going out on this note, I was like, okay, cool. It makes sense to kind of end that way. But I had to sit on it too because we enjoyed it. I had so much fun, but then I was torn with the ending. So again, you have to sit on those films. And the thing is, it's like going into this because it again comes out Thursday. Can't wait to sit in the theaters and see it. Going into this film, I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I haven't heard any type of, and I've stayed away from any type of spoilers, anything on that level. But it's just like you're used to seeing these cats. We've seen them, from the first film. We've seen them from Volume 2. We've seen them in both Endgame and Infinity War. We've seen them, in a holiday special. We've seen them in the god awful fucking Thor: Love and Thunder. Go free, bro. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Shane. But yeah, we've seen all of that, and going into this particular film, I'm like, okay, where can we go? And the picture that they've painted in the trailer so far, it has been on an upbeat. You know what I mean? It's been like more upbeat. It feels like it's more, the humor is there, but the humor is in places where it needs to be. And we come to expect that from James Gunn. Now, mind you, I do have my concerns about James Gunn's humor going into Superman Legacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have I'm just like, bro, like, please don't do what Taika Waititi did for Thor: Love and Thunder. If you give me that version of Superman that and it's too much that way, bro. I understand that you wanted to be upbeat, but just don't bring that into that film because I got my concerns about that, but we have to see how that goes. But with that said, Cam, overall, the arc of the film, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say it's a roller coaster ride because you think you know how it's going to shape out and you really don't. And that's the thing about it because but I was definitely satisfied with how it ended completely. And I feel like James Gunn did so much comic book research on these films that he was able to incorporate so many different little cameos or little salutes here and there to different characters and really did them correctly. Which I really appreciate about it because if you think about it, when I look at this at the Guardians of the Galaxy, it's not like, I mean, I say they're household characters, but if you look back about 15 years ago, nobody knew who a Star-Lord was. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So like you knew Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, Superman, Batman, that's it, but they've become the misfits that everybody loves now. So I think that's a great thing to see is that you took something that was kind of, as a sidekick type comic book and kind of brought it to fruition to be one of the top ranked ones. But I would say it's the best trilogy in the MCU.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like for a comic head, like it, and you've grown with these characters to the point where even the interpretation that you see on screen, you question somehow, but then you get it. Right. And understandably so, because that character has never been fleshed out. And all we've been doing is going from page to page. Right. So our personality and our perception of the character is based on what we're reading, not knowing the true intent of the artist and the writers. So when you see it on screen, it's totally different. And then when you're following these characters, it's like, okay, I get it. And you become invested, in them. So with this being the last film of the trilogy, of that saga, it's like you're going into it like, okay, I don't know what to expect, but we'll have to see. Now, Cam, as far as figures, who would you say from the team that we're talking about from the team?
Yeah.
Do you think definitely we're going to get the entire team as the last hurrah for these characters?
I would think so. I think everybody in this film really had the same amount of importance as roles. You know, it wasn't like a film
Yeah.
where like, oh, Mantis was like sitting in the background, you know, the end of volume 2 when she got knocked out and she was unconscious for most of that last fight.
Mhm.
It wasn't like that. Everybody was there and everybody was doing their part
Got
throughout the
you.
whole entire film. So I feel like you'll probably get everyone. Characters, I'm kind of question marked on High Evolutionary if they're going to make him though. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
I think what's his name? Chawudi Adewaju.
Mhm.
His performance was amazing, right? He was a
Yeah.
showstopper literally the whole entire film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he killed and bodied that role. But
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna make him though. That's the only thing.
It's not unless there's something else coming from the trailer. It's not a particularly exciting design for the
Right.
High Evolutionary.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it doesn't really, not like, you know, when
No.
we first saw Kang's design in the MCU.
No. It doesn't scream
Yeah.
make me at all. Like it's very like basic. So
And see, and when they deviate, and that's my biggest problem, is that you're so focused on the character or the actor having presence that you
Mhm.
sacrifice the character. You
right.
sacrifice what that character represents. That is not the version of the High Evolutionary that I see in my head and I envision.
Mhm.
He never takes his helmet off ever. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why I'm like, seeing this version of it, I'm like, what? And I guess I have to see it on screen.
Yeah,
But I
because he
just-
so he I'll wait till you see it. I'll wait till you see it because I can't say no.
Yeah.
Like never
We
mind.
got a $2 super chat, Irene Jobson. Thank you so much. Do you think my kids will like this movie, Cam? That's a question for you.
I do. I think they will, but shut
Your dog don't like it.
ass. This goddamn dog. Sorry. But this is the first MCU Disney film that drops the F-bomb, just to warn you.
Oh, okay.
Like I thought they were gonna like beep a car horn or something. Nah, it's
okay.
He drops it
He
100%.
dropped it, and I'm surprised they let him.
Yeah,
do
I'm
that.
surprised too.
Is this
I mean,
movie
all these years of
PG-13?
being skipped out. It's PG-13. Yeah.
Okay. So they basically dropped it at least once. So they give him a shame moment. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
they
So
got a
give him
pass.
shame.
They was like,
He
wait,
got a shame pass. All right, cool. That's what I'm talking about. As long as he gets that though. But you would say that, from the Guardians and stuff like that. I'm hoping that we get a solid Drax because we need that. I need
Yeah.
a solid Drax, man.
Yep.
But yes. So I mean, I'm definitely excited about it. Everybody out there, let me know what you think. Is everybody on the panel going to go see it?
Or tickets booked for
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I already got tickets for Friday night or Thursday night.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
I'm all
I
in.
got
Yeah,
definitely got
I wanna
tickets
see
for
it. I
Thursday
wanna see
night.
it.
So I cannot wait to see
It's
it.
fun. It's fun. The soundtrack
Um,
is also really good too. John
Yeah.
John Murphy, who does the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't know who John Murphy was before. He's done everything from All About the Benjamins, Friday After Next, to the Suicide Squad, to all James Gunn films. So I'm
Wow.
like, wow, he's done so much. But
And
they incorporate a lot of music throughout the times, as always in these films. You see, like, it's not a spoiler because the soundtrack's like on Spotify. So
Yeah.
yeah.
you got a bunch of like Radiohead, Alice Cooper, Beastie Boys
Dope.
in there. So
Dope.
they did it justice for sure.
Okay, cool. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see it. I got my tickets for Thursday night. So I definitely can't wait to see how it pans out. You guys let me know what you think. If you're going to actually go see this film, because I'm excited. I can't wait. Everybody out there, after you see it, let me know what you think and do me a favor. Flood Cam's channel after you basically seen the film. Comment on Instagram. You know what I mean? In order for you to flood his channel, though, you have to become either a member or subscribe to Cam's Collection and just flood his review about what you thought of the film. So make sure you do so, man, and support the review once it drops. Should I do that?
Just
Come
dropped.
on,
It
let's
just
go.
I just posted it.
He
So
just dropped
It's out
it?
now. It's out now.
It's out now, so definitely
Don't
support
leave
that
here
review.
to go watch it though. Don't
Wait until after the
here.
show's over
Then go.
and then go watch the show. Okay, so just do that. Now, staying within this Marvel realm, there's a figure that I want to talk about with everybody. And then I'm gonna ask Shane the question. I'm gonna circle back and ask Shane the question that I wanted to ask him. But this piece right here, it shocked the shit out of me this week, and I'm not going to front, it did, but it looks so fucking amazing. Then I was like, you know what? Yeah, I am all in. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is himself, Moon Knight, aka the gentleman, aka Mr. Knight.
Let's go.
This piece dropped last week, or was revealed last week. And here's the thing: we have seen other companies that are tackling this figure, and I had zero interest in it. Like literally, I did, not because I don't like the character, but it was because I wanted the proper rendition. When I see this piece, and it again, I had to remind myself that So Toys also did the Boss Man, aka Kingpin. That figure's phenomenal if you have it. It is phenomenal. It is one of the dopest figures I've ever seen. This right here, again, I am so excited about. Austin, I'm gonna start with you first because you were like, let's go. What do you think about this piece, bro?
So for me, let me start with the show. I liked the show. I didn't love it.
Mhm.
I don't really have an attachment towards the character either, outside of just that realm.
Yeah.
But objectively, just this figure itself is amazing. You know, even not even taking price point into account, which
Mhm.
just ups my likeness for this. The all white looks really clean.
Yeah.
The tailoring to me looks fantastic.
Mhm.
Also, that head sculpt,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
that's quality. This is
Mhm.
also one of those figures too. It's kind of like a Deadpool. You can just you could do so much with him. You could put him in almost any situation, and it'll just fit,
Yeah. And it
which
fits.
which just sounds fun to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It just fits. Again, if you were already, and anybody who was planning on getting the Moon Knight figure itself, to have this as a companion piece to that, as the secondary personality, and you're getting such an amazing head sculpt that I'm pretty sure you can possibly swap out and add to that Moon Knight figure. You could possibly. I don't know if you can, but it might work depending on the sculpt. But this looks damn good. Cam, I know we talked about it and you put it up. What are your thoughts on this piece, bro? Is he there? Is Cam there?
So Cam stepped away, but
Oh, he stepped
just
away.
stepped away, yeah.
Leo, you made a good point. This being a companion piece, this is one of those figures where you can buy multiple Moon Knights,
Mm-hmm.
and it just works,
Mm-hmm.
and on the personality type. And
Yeah.
for the price point, was it like 180? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like right there. Oh,
Yeah.
what more
Definitely.
can you ask for this? I mean, look at the head sculpt itself for a third party. Awesome.
Awesome.
I don't think we
piece,
can
man.
even say that much more anymore.
Nah,
well,
you can't.
for a third party, I don't know if we can even do that much anymore.
Nah, man, because they're really coming with some heat, bro. Like they are, and they are showing their hands, and I'm so glad that they're doing it. Because this is an amazing piece to have in your collection. Triple G, what you think about this, bro?
I love it. So I'm a big So Toys fan. I've got a few of their figures. I've got the Gambit. I've got Omni Man, Invincible on the way. They are very good quality figures for the price you pay for them. And I love this. So, but like you say, as a companion piece, if I'm buying this, I want the other Moon Knight to stand side by side with them, I think.
Yeah.
My only slight disappointment, is there are other companies doing this figure which look pretty poor, to be honest. But I like the one with the Khonshu head. I would have liked a Khonshu head to go with this. So I might have to buy two. I might have to buy two and take the Khonshu head off the other one and use it on this.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely, because it does look good. Shane, what do you think about this piece, bro? I mean, I know it may not be something that you would actually get in your collection because you're very specific. But what do you think about the figure overall?
I think if this head sculpt had been announced as Hot Toys, no one would question it.
Yeah. You're right.
Like, I think the head sculpt is really strong.
Great point.
And they've done something that Hot Toys have never given people. I know that, I mightn't be a big. I'm not a fan of the prequels. The sequels. I'm not a fan of this show. But like, people out there are, and they want a Poe Dameron, and we haven't got that head sculpt, and they want a Moon Knight, and the Moon Knight didn't come with this. So I think the head sculpt is really strong. I think the tailoring looks really good as well. And if it's a prototype, if it comes out as good, I think people will be happy.
Look at that, bro.
People
That looks
wanted it.
just like
Like-
Isaac Oscar Isaac,
Get the
bro.
Hot Toys one and pose
Yup.
like get the Hot Toys one and pose them up next to this. You've got the two different versions. I think
Mhm.
they look great next to each other, assuming it comes out as good.
Definitely, bro.
One
And
of the
it
things
does
I'd say
look
about Soso as well, and I'm sure you guys have seen this, is that they're very responsive to people's comments. So there's a number of figures that they've kind of put these pre-images up, and people
Yeah.
will contact them and say, well, actually, you should have this head or you should have that, and they quite often add them
they'll
in.
retool it.
Yeah. So I think they're a very strong company at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they just
are,
did
bro.
that with Soldier Boy.
Yeah, you're giving you a
No,
massive sculpt, haven't they?
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
mentioned something about the strap on the neck of his uniform. They mentioned it's a little inaccurate, so basically just said, hey, we're gonna fix this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And they've done
Someone
that
said,
several times. I mean, listening to the people. I mean, that's typically
Yeah.
what we want Hot Toys to do. And
Is to have a
I'm-
bit of transparency. Yeah.
yeah, and so
I'm
so
hoping beyond hope that they listen to the fans about the Rogue head sculpt, because the Rogue figure looks great, but the head sculpt's a bit angular. So I'm hoping to change that.
I don't think they are, because I paid my invoice for Rogue
Right.
last week. So I mean, she should be here. I'd imagine any day now.
See, I'm waiting because I got mine through Outfitters and I haven't gotten any type of notification from them yet. So I guess like for people who purchased this figure overseas is getting theirs first. You know what I mean? So in Outfitters is actually in New York. So it may take a minute unless they're doing it and I just didn't get it. So which I have to contact them and let them know. But yeah, I haven't gotten anything on it yet, but I can't wait to get it. I want to see, and hopefully they've done something because we haven't really seen a prototype on that yet. I mean, we haven't seen the production photos on that one yet, so I don't know. We'll see. Cam, your thoughts? Because we've been talking about this more when it dropped, bro. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, man. I think we had, a matter of fact, mentioned it like the night before on Say
Yep.
What, because like you were showing the Moon Knight from Hot Toys, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait for the Social Toys ones to come out too. So yeah, this version of the Mr. Knight it looks really good.
Yeah,
I think people were showing the two. I'm not sure what was the other company that made.
I forget the name of the company, man.
Yeah, I can't remember like the tailoring. I think the color suits. This one's more like a beige cream color. The other one was like a white. But I think it
Yeah.
still looks really, really good. And I love the
Yeah.
fact that they have the like Egyptian wings kind of within the vest, as well as it comes with a little scarab too. Like these
Yup.
little tiny small knickknacks that they're adding in here as far as
Yeah.
detail really kind of set it off. So and they I mean the head sculpt, like Shane said, is really, really good.
Hell yeah, bro.
And when I look
it's
at it, I honestly can't tell if it's Mark Spector or if it's Stephen Grant.
Jacob.
So it's like either
Yes.
or, so I think that's cool.
Yeah. So and it's not Jake. So you basically know
definitely
like you're
not Jake.
getting,
You know it's not
Stephen
Jake.
Grant or Mark Spector. Yeah. So you definitely know it's not Jake, but you get the best of both worlds with it. And I'm glad that they gave us that skull. It looks good. And I'm
it does.
definitely I cannot wait to get this and have it in my collection next to Moon Knight because it's going to be phenomenal. And even again, the show was a bit divisive with the ending because I hate I had a love-hate relationship for the last episode. I love the action between, with Moon Knight and the Red Scarab, but I could not, I did not understand what got those giant-sized kaijus, fighting in front of a pyramid. Like it just didn't make sense to me. I was like, no, I hated that version. But for the narrative, I guess it served its purpose. So I get that. I definitely get that. So it is what it is. But definitely will have this piece in my collection once it drops. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to have it, man. So let me know, everybody out there who's getting this, if you're going to have it in your collection, let's go, let's make it happen. Shane, I remember I want to circle back around to you, back, because I don't think I had a chance to talk to you about the armor, you know what I mean, with the DX9, DX19, well, the upgraded suit, that is. With that armory and with that suit, are you going to get it, bro?
I don't know. First of all, I'm not annoyed that they've done this.
Yeah.
Hot Toys are a company, they want to make money. In other news, water is wet. There's been a lot of certain words come in fashion in the 6-scale community.
Mhm.
And that's where I get all my material for shit collectors say. Definitive. Yeah. Is this the definitive version? That is like there is no definitive version. There's just the best available at the time. Like I think the in-art rooted 1/6 Joker is the definitive, the best. If you want to say definitive is the best currently out there, I think it is. But they're, give enough time, another company will come along or do something better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with that being said, I don't think you need to rush out and sell your DX19, especially if you're a fair weather Dark Knight fan.
Yeah.
The little differences are not going to be worth it if you're getting it just for the little differences. Now, if you're looking at the whole bigger picture, that's a different story because you do get that beautiful armory with a bundle of different accessories. It is LED light up. You do have now, which I would imagine will be the definitive version at the time of its release, the DX19 style suit now with they've adjusted the cowl, the shape of the cowl, the shape of the portions of the chest, the back. The biggest thing really is that now the gauntlets go underneath, the gloves go underneath the gauntlets, something that they didn't even do with the quarter scale, I don't believe. So if you're looking at the sum of all parts and the Batman, the Bruce Wayne itself, then that's different.
Yeah.
Where I'm at is I love the DX19. I definitely don't look at it now and go, oh my God, look at those gauntlets. You know what I mean? I don't be looking at that. Like, it's just, it's an amazing piece. Like, it's a beautiful figure. But I do be looking and going, that head sculpt's a lot better than this old raggedy ass. Like this guy here. I don't know what's wrong with this. Like,
they've been watching American Psycho too long.
this is it. This reminds me of he's doing his skincare routine as Patrick Bateman, and he hasn't pulled off his mask yet. So for me, I sold the DX19 because I thought, okay, what happens in the future if InArt do one? Now, let's face it, InArt are slow. So God knows when that will be. But my logic was I could have one DX19 on the Batpod, and then one DX19 posed next to my rooted hair Joker. This throws a spanner in the works. So, long story, that was a long story. I was about to say long story short. This was not short. It depends if they fix that head sculpt, because I think that head sculpt's bad. Like, I'm supposed to be biased towards this. Like, the Dark Knight trilogy and the Dark Knight and Christian Bale, it's my Batman. This is the suit. This is the suit.
Yeah.
I should be like, oh, this looks amazing. It doesn't. That head sculpt, I think that needs a lot of work. They've aged him up. They've J&D'd the fucker. Like, pardon my French, but like they have. They I know he's older in the Dark Knight Rises, but like he wasn't like, Zimmer frame, so I think they need to work on the head sculpt. And if they work on the head sculpt, I probably will pick it up. We need a new host. Cam, you're up.
All right.
So who dies?
Oh shit!
But they have.
Yo.
Because I saw people say that this was like this head sculpt was knocking it out of the park. I respectfully, I know
it looked weird to me, bro. It did look weird to me.
But I like the arms.
Yeah, it looks weird, like, again, because it looks really greasy. It looks like a greasy head sculpt. And I'm like, and now, mind you, if you see here, it does say mass likeness to be revealed on that piece. And the thing is, and again, because I don't want to spend too much time on it, but for me, I was just more so focused on the armory. But then I had to sit back and think. The armory versus the 89 computer set that we could potentially get, which one would I have to sacrifice? And me, because I'm an 89 fan, I would lean more towards that, considering the simple fact that I already have the DX19. I already have the Batpod. I mean, the Tumbler. And that's going to complete the set for what I'm actually going for. So I don't necessarily need the armory, but would it look good? And it, if I can get it on a decent deal, then yes. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I haven't, again, I'll wait on that. But I just want to get your thoughts on that. Yeah.
Just before it's Dark Knight. I never look at a Dark Knight piece and go, I'm ruling that out. It's always I'm either getting it or I'm considering it. And this is, for me, an advantage of having a wish list and not pre-ordering. I know you run the risk if this goes waitlist, you'll get it somewhere. You might have
Yeah.
to pay a bit more. Personally, I'd rather wait, keep it on the wish list, see what the actual head sculpt looks like, see what the full thing looks like, and then make
Yeah.
my decision. Because this might sit because it's that kind of piece. A lot of people would have got the DX19. They're like, oh, I'm not playing this game, and they would
Yeah.
let this sit because it's a big piece. It's expensive, and maybe it sits. So I'm gonna wait and see what the actual head sculpt looks like, because if the head sculpt is dialed in, I think it's a beautiful set. You know, and
Definitely, bro.
I like I don't mind the fact that your man's a PowerPoint or he looks extra jacked.
Yeah.
One little thing is that we're getting rolling eyes and everything, and because this particular Bruce Wayne head sculpt is based off a very specific moment where he's looking a specific way, you don't need the rolling eyes function because it might look weird. You don't actually need it on that head sculpt personally, so that will look a bit odd if you put that onto the suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Well, cool, bro. Thanks.
Looks
'Cause
good.
I definitely wanted to get your take on that, before we kind of move on, because I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it. I wanted to figure out, when you mentioned the DX19, I was like, I wanted to kind of get your take on it. So thank you for that. Now, next up, let's get into release territory. Which this one, I just want to get everybody's take on this. Really, Cam, I'm gonna talk to you first. You and Austin and Triple G. I'm gonna go to y'all. In a certain particular order. We got this suit up 1980s Win Wu. I call him the Big Trouble of China Wu. You know what I mean? Because
I thought it was Miami Vice.
yeah, right. Because that's what this suit kind of reminds me of. Now, am I right to say that this was more so an exclusive, right? Like this was a Toy Fair exclusive or something like that?
Yeah.
That, again, I don't think that Sideshow got this. They didn't get this, as far as a pre-order option. I think a lot of this was mainly overseas. But consider the simple fact that you're getting, well, like for instance, I'll give you an example. Like I already got my invoice for, not my invoice, but the shipping notice from Sideshow. This is going to be shipping out on Thursday. Well, not this, but the other version, like the original version of Winwu. But you think about it, like what would you say is the definitive version of Winwu? This one or the one that we got from the movie, like the with the tailoring on the suit, the one that we were used to seeing?
Yeah, the one with the battle suit is definitely the definitive one. This one was like, it was a cool scene, but it's like, why I mean, for me, I just wouldn't need two Win Woos, and then one looking like you about to go to a dinner date, and I'm like, I mean, it's cool though. Like if you want to keep it like in a pose like this, I think it looks cool. But I just kind of favored I guess what I would call the original Win Woo version, because I got the Shang-Chi on the way. And I don't think I can have him posed up with this, So it's like, unless he's in the detail off on his own, or
true,
you have some type of backdrop with it, then sure. But if you're a huge Win Woo fan, then yeah. But for me, it was just like, definitely not one for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, the other version is, mind you, the accessories and everything that come with this piece, they looks good. I mean, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'm erring on the side of the original, because again, posing that one up next to Shang-Chi, and I had this vision in my head of basically creating my own version of the West Coast Avengers with the White Vision, and using Shang-Chi for that team as well, and then creating a set or a display with the villains, with just villains in general. You know what I mean? So I would definitely
I think for me, I would have liked the Hot Toys to have done a what's her name? Zhao Ning.
Yes, that's what I've been saying,
this is
bro.
Cool, but if you would have gave me the sister, I'd been like, all right, I got all three family members.
Yeah,
because
the thing is, she served
was cool. She was killing
exactly, bro. And she had that much importance. You know what I mean? Especially in the comics, she has a level of importance to Shang-Chi in general. And they just left her out like she wasn't shit. So I'm like,
in the movie,
are you serious, man?
Or either was the Death Eater, right?
Yeah, the Death Eater, bro. And I'm surprised we didn't get that.
I just
That-
I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. Like,
Yeah, me
am I
either.
not seeing what they seeing, or
I don't know. Maybe it is. Austin, what you think about this piece, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some people may like it. It just doesn't do anything for me. Maybe just because I don't. Once again, I don't love the character. There's no attachment there for me. But
Yeah.
objectively, some of the really neat things about this particular figure are the accessories: that chair, that box, the gauntlets, and also, I mean, the limited number. I mean, I know that's a very positive thing, or that's kind of a
Yeah.
controversial thing in this community about there actually being a limited amount and buying something that has that. But I
Yeah.
think as a collector, if you love this and it's limited to X amount, I think this one's 350. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's pretty neat for some people. So,
Yeah.
and the sculpt
It's
looks
just-
great. The sculpt looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. The sculpt looks incredible, but it's not a necessity for me. You know
Now,
what I
this
mean?
would also be kind of weird too. So if you have the other Wenwu, then the battle suit Shang-Chi, this one, if you get this one, he's just kind of there. You kind of got to
Yeah.
figure out the money, right?
Yeah. It's
Right.
like it is just mainly there, unless you use this character for like something else, like
Yeah.
a one-off for like another film. You know what I mean? You can use him because he's an incredible actor.
Yeah.
Like Tony is an incredible actor that you can use and base off of like his body of work and just put it in, another film. But yeah, I'm with you. It would just be there because it wouldn't serve its purpose in the display the way I would want to, especially for a scene that lasted for what, maybe 5-10 minutes, like 5 minutes, less than.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. Triple G, what you think about this, man?
I mean, well, firstly, I can't not see Miami Vice now, so thanks very much. That's just there.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I think the head sculpt's phenomenal. It is very, very good. The suit looks nice, but it's a guy in a suit. It's not exciting for me to have in my
Yeah.
collection. If I was going to get this and display it, I'd want it displayed. You had an image before with the kind of the rings on his arms, which looks
Yeah.
good. But my question would be, if you're going to make the focus of that figure, the arms and the rings, why have such bloody horrible arms? Why not have the ones where you can't see the joints and stuff? Because your eyes are drawn to that straight away for me,
Yup.
and it just
Automatically the wrist pegs, everything. Yup.
yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I mean, because if the again, it would serve its purpose if it had like seamless arms.
Yeah.
It really would
Yeah.
make sense. So I definitely get you there because they could have capitalized on something like that. Even like the swap out seamless, they could do something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good, and that's not again, I'm not trying to take away from anybody else who's going to get it. If you are the one of the many who are getting your hands on this piece, then definitely shout out to you. It just didn't fall on my radar. It wasn't something that I needed at that point. You know what I mean? So definitely. But what you think about it, Shane? Because I go to Shane last because we already know that Shane is very particular, which it's impressive, most impressive that you are that way. But it makes so much sense that you're that way. You know what I mean? And it works. It works. It definitely does. And I
I'm
think
gonna
I'm
be
erring
honest.
on that side, bro.
Cam is king, and I am his apprentice. let's be fair.
Yeah, Cam
Like the thing
right.
is, there's nothing wrong
Stone.
with this.
Yeah.
Head sculpt looks great. Guy rocks his suit. Professor Wu,
yeah.
He also, I know it's Legend of the 10 rings, but this guy has 11. He comes with the wedding ring as well, so don't mess with him. You get the wife after you.
Yeah.
So look, I think this is genuinely for the diehard Shang-Chi fans or the diehard Tony Leung fans, and they're
Yeah.
probably making this for the Asian market. I mean, they're a Chinese company. This guy is Chinese, so they're obviously
Yeah.
just making the second figure and limiting it, because they're rejoicing one of their own, and more power to them. They're right.
Yeah.
So looks cool, but yeah, obviously not. It's definitely not for me.
Definitely, man. Definitely. But that is a dope ass suit. I ain't
No,
gonna
it
front. It is a sharp ass suit. So the tailoring on that, they killed it, man. But definitely
I like the box.
yeah.
I do I genuinely like the little box. I think that's a
Yeah,
neat little
that it comes
accessory.
with, bro. Like it's definitely a decent accessory. And it looks good, man. So yeah, I have the version, like I said, the version that I want is coming. So I'm pretty much happy about that. You know what I mean? So I'm cool sitting in that space. But anyway, everybody out there, let me know what you think. If it's a piece that you're getting in your collection, if you were excited about it, if you are just excited as other people are who are getting a limited edition. I don't know what happened to Cal, but I think we'll see Cal here a little bit. You know, I think he dropped out traveling. He'll probably dip back in
Hey, Leo.
in a bit. Yo,
Just Philip the Fool just came back at us there and he said the wedding ring holds more power than the other 10 combined. That's because it's the suffering.
the suffering. Good point. Good point. Good point.
You don't want to annoy him or her.
Exactly. Good point. Good point. Next figure we're going to talk about. Of course, Cam, I'm going to start with you since this is very MCU focused and comic book focused.
I'm enjoying this show today.
I know you are. I noticed. I noticed you were having some
No peer pressure.
I feel under the radar. Okay.
You gonna get a Vader? You gonna get a Vader? You're gonna get a
Yo,
Vader.
it did last week when it happened. Shane came in and was like, Cam, stand your ground. Nope, you don't
do
need
it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Because you know what it was? I turned on the show, right? Because I couldn't be here. I came home late and I was exhausted, but I still tuned in. And I see you're all putting Cam into the mind flare. You know, it was just like, it's just like trying to zap this stuff into his head. You want this.
Oh.
You trust me. This will be good for you. Pain free. No,
Shane was like, "You ought to." It was like Shane was behind like the armored door with the glass, and somebody's being tortured, and he was standing there going, "No, don't do it."
Remember your training, Luke.
Yeah, definitely don't. But so Cam, talk about this piece right here, bro. So we got the release and reveal of Yelena, and yeah.
So it's a little weird. Like, I mean, all right. So aesthetically, the body and the accessories are cool, right? They did the hair well, but it's something up in the eyes that I'm like, is her brow too like out, or like I don't know, just something looks off. And maybe it's like, when they create figures and they have like the dead eyes. This feels like she has dead eyes though. So, I mean, I don't think there was a way, or I don't think they even considered giving her the rolling eye effect. But I'm not sure if that would have really helped too much. It looks dead. It looks dead. I'm getting it, but it looks dead. It looks dead. Yeah, didn't say I wasn't getting it. I'm still getting it, but it does look dead in the eyes. I'm like, oh man.
So you are still going to get your hands.
I'm still going to get it. I'm just hoping that
You're going to get it cheap. That's a fact. Anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
he's like, yeah,
it's
I'm
coming
still
home
getting
whenever
this
it comes
piece.
home, but it's still like, oh man, I don't know. I thought those original promo photos kind of sold it a little better, and this one just doesn't do it.
Yeah, I think with this one, again, it's just like a better left. Once you got it in hand, and you'll be able to actually formulate your own opinion. Definitely. Because there's certain photos that I do see, like when I look at this one, I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? It's cool right here. It's cool.
Like
certain angles that are actually cool. I guess it's just one of them things where you just gotta, I don't know, you look at it from a certain angle, and it's like, okay, what are they going for? Still getting it. I still have this one in order. I'm still going to get it in hand. But yeah, it's just like a wait and see type of situation. What you think about this, Triple G?
Nah, I mean, I didn't mind the movie, but I'm completely with Cam. There's just something not right about the head sculpt for me, and I think I'd rather wait, because we're not going to get her in Thunderbolts, and I'd like to see what that version looks like rather than getting this one. I like the film, actually. I thought the film was okay, and I think she was the star of it.
I love the film. I love the film.
Yeah. So yeah, it is a character I probably want in my collection at some point, just not this version, I think.
Yeah. we got my man Agent Silver Fox. Terrible head sculpt. The gorgeous Florence turned into Florence Pugh. That's funny. We got hold up. What do you say here? What does Calvin say? He said, I'm here waiting on the forklift and pallet jack to get me out of here. Okay, no doubt, bro. See you in just a few
Cal
minutes.
only streams if he's in a vehicle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so.
Definitely. What do you think, Austin? What's your take on this, bro?
So if I'm just going to give my objective opinion, then this isn't hate. This is me just trying to explain what I am seeing. I think Marvel Legends, like that's like the first thing that kind of comes to my head, and I don't know why.
Mhm.
Maybe it's like the shoulder and knee pads that are kind of doing it to
Mhm.
me. Kind of makes it seem like 1/12 scale action figure, and
Mhm.
I don't know. Like, Cam, I think you kind of nailed the dead eyes, and I think that's kind of adding to that for me. I thought the movie was okay. I don't dislike the movie. I think it just came too late. I mean, Black Widow should have had something much before that, but no, this is a pass for me.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that people are happy about it. You know, this is going to fulfill a lot of people's wants and spaces in their collection for this particular character. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah. I'm getting it because, like I said, I mean, I love I loved Florence Pugh's portrayal in the film. You know what I mean? I thought it was awesome. I thought she did, such a good job. Um, my only thing with the figure, even with the prototype, hasn't been with the sculpt itself, because I've been pretty happy with the sculpt. It's the hair. Like, in certain aspects of it, the hair looks a little. And Cam, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
If you look at it a certain way, doesn't it look like a high top fade, sort of, bro?
No, a little bit.
Like a
If you in your head, if you do not know there's hair in like a ponytail or wrap back there, she's got a fade right now. Uptown fade.
Yeah.
Back.
It is.
Oh,
When I saw it, I was like, yo, what the hell? But then once you turn it to the side, it's like, okay,
yeah, there's
I
something back
see
there.
it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's just like I don't know. It was like a weird thing. But then you see like the little tail, the ponytail in the back. But other
I'm
than that,
stuck on
yeah.
the high top fade now.
You
Yeah, now
right.
you're
See,
like-
now
you
you
see
see
it, you're
it.
like, oh, damn.
You can't unsee it right now, Austin. Now that you look at it, you
Oh,
cannot
shit.
unsee it, bro. Like, you're gonna look at it and be like, damn, because she does have like the perfect lineup. You know what I mean, bro? So you definitely cannot unsee it. But that was always the thing that I actually saw in even with the prototype, I saw that and I was like,
Mhm.
yo, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that kind of pans out, in the end. But and it's not knocking the simple fact, because I'm so glad, that we're getting these pieces. I'm just hoping, that moving forward, we get, I don't know, something else. Like we again with Thunderbolts coming, what we're going to actually see from it. So yeah. But I know Shane's going to get his hands on it, aren't you, Shane? Aren't you? Right, Shane?
Yeah, I'm gonna get 2.
Nice. Yeah, like I thought the film was okay. I definitely didn't think it was a bad film. I thought it maybe 3-star movie. It was definitely. I didn't walk away from it going, "Oh, that was awful." I was like, "That entertained me for 2 hours." I thought it was pretty good. And
Yeah.
I think ScarJo needed her. She needed a movie. Like she's done her time. Like she's been there a long time, and
Mhm.
I had great expectations to kind of not expectations, but ambitions to get the black and gold Black Widow figure and pose it next to this, because a lot of people are going to go, they're going to get the snowsuit versions, the white version, the Widow, and the white version, and this, and pose them together because they match. I was more into the contrast between the black and gold suit and the white suit of this Elena, and the kind of red hair of Black Widow, and the kind of like blondie hair of this. I think that was look really cool together. You know what I mean? But yeah, I kind of I didn't see the likeness in the Black Widow. So I was kind of like waiting to see how this came out, and if this was like knocked out of the park, maybe it would have brought me back in. But Florence Pugh was the best bit of that movie, and Florence Pugh, let's call a spade a spade. She's really cute. She's cute, like. And then this not cute. Like I'm not seeing the Florence Pugh here in the head sculpt personally.
Y'all, does this
And-
look like Ronda Rousey?
I've seen a lot of people say that, yeah, and
It just came to me. I'm so sorry to interrupt you,
No.
Shane. It just kind of
seen a lot
hit
of people
me.
say that.
Now that's all I see.
Yeah, it does.
yeah. I've seen a lot of people say that. I'm not seeing the likeness personally, and I think there's something up with the proportions. There's something about the shoulder pads. She looks a lot like broader than she actually is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's But again, if people are getting it, that's just that's cool.
Yeah.
And like no one else can tell you what you like and what you shouldn't have in your collection, obviously. But this won't be coming home. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, again, because I enjoyed the film for what it was, and knowing that we're going to see her in Thunderbolts and stuff like that. Again, it's also a situation where once I get it in hand, I'll be able to tell what it looks like. It's like not all blogger photos knock it out the park, and it's nothing against them. It's just a simple fact not everything is translated through blogger photos. So
yeah,
it's just left up interpretation. Like once you get it in hand, you'll be able to see it the way you want to see it. So that's what I mean. Once I get it, I'll be able to say, okay, cool, this is decent. I'm right there for it. But
I mean,
you know what you gotta do? You gotta put Loki's crown on her, right? And then she look good. That's what happened. That's what happened. You put that crown on her.
So that also kind of happened with Bo-Katan, right? I remember,
yeah,
when the pictures came out, there were a lot of criticism online, and it's their opinions. I'm sure they're valid to what they saw. But in hand, you started seeing all these people like, wow, this is actually amazing in hand, and the hype went up right when it started actually being sent out, and people got it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, cause it and I love I love this so much that I got two, but I got two for a specific reason. One is because I wanted the head sculpted version, and plus I'm getting that head sculpt modified with rooted hair. Shout out to Tina, and the other one just helmeted. And also shout out to my man Ty, who's actually creating the throne for me. So thank you very much, man. He's been showing me updates and all that, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Ty. Shout out to him as always. Now this next, so okay, Cam, listen, Cam, I did promise you, bro, but we have to talk about the reveals, bro. We have to talk about this.
Damn it. Okay. No, it's okay. No, it's all right. Those are cool. Those are cool ones, though.
We have to talk about this, man. I cannot let it slide, bro. Please, it was a reveal, so we got to talk about. We can get a lot of reveals, and plus, it's coming this week, bro.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
You got to be prepared. That's why I started with the Marvel first. I was like, yo, let me
look. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate.
Let me,
shine, and then.
Yeah, let me get Cam that shine. Cam got to get his time, in the light. But we got to also talk about, of course, this Scout Trooper commander. We have to talk about it, and this is from Jedi Survivor. The VGM video game version. Hot Toys, is releasing it. They finally got the rights to this. And I believe they're going to go all in. The first figure that they got, of course, that they released, which honestly, if I'm thinking about it, it was a smart move. If you already basically have the mold for this figure, you slap a pauldron on it, you slap the accessories on it, and boom, it's an easy release. And I think this is probably going to be, in my opinion, one of the quickest. It's going to be one of the quickest reveals to release that we've actually seen, because they've already had this, so it just makes more sense. I'm gonna start with you, Shane, on this piece, man. Your thoughts?
I think this looks awesome. like the logical side of my brain is like, it's just a trooper, with an orange pauldron, a little bit of red trim, a baton, and a thing that looks like a cassette tape player.
It does. Oh shit! I didn't even know.
It looks like. Do you know the way, like in those, those old movies where it's like, okay, tell us your story, and they're about to go into the flashback and tell you the story, and someone has an old little cassette tape, and it's like, that's exactly what this reminds me of.
Bro,
someone commented on my video saying it's actually something to do with powering the baton.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, where do we even start? This looks great. Troopers are awesome. I collect troopers. It's a scout trooper. Scout troopers are awesome. They put the orange pauldron on it just for that pop of color. The red trim, these little touches, and that whatever thing that cassette thing is, it just looks cool. And they have his baton or whatever. But like, I'm not getting this because it's still just a scout trooper. It looks good. It's a slippery slope because my heart is going, oh yeah, I get it. But then the logical side is like, it's from a game. that you haven't played, and it's at the end of the day, it's just a scout trooper. And then if you go down that slippery slope, next thing you're collecting Clone Wars and you're homeless. So like
You're
it's
going deep into that clone territory.
this is where I have to kind of have to Unagi. I've got to emulate Cam and go, no, Star Wars, no.
See, Cam's a bad influence on this.
I am.
I've nothing bad to say about this. This looks awesome, but I'm not getting it.
First Calvin, now Shane, bro. Cam, I don't know about this, bro. I don't.
I'm a virus. I don't know what to tell you. Bad.
Speaking of which, so I'm going to go to you purposely, and just because of that, I'm going to single you out.
Oh my god! All right, well, so I think aesthetically this looks really cool. It's different. Have you guys ever seen? I know a little bit about Star Wars, but not a lot. So, Scout Trooper Commander, you haven't seen that before, right?
No, well, it's with the video game, you've seen it,
Right. In the video game, but not like in films or anything like
not
that.
on
right?
film, not on film,
so
and not with the actual.
This
pauldron,
means
you
something
haven't seen
totally
it, yeah,
different.
no.
I love how Shane called it a cassette player on his hip, because now that's all I can see at this point. Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the headphones go up his arm into an earpiece. You see that little string, so that makes sense.
This is Star Wars Star-Lord.
Yep, he's playing Rocket Man right now as he walks around. But it's aesthetically it looks really good. And be it as it may, as being something new and different to Star Wars, I think that makes it even more significant and more cool for collectors. So hopefully a lot of people will be going out there to get this, or this will be something that you've been looking for in your collection to kind of set it apart from everybody else's. And I just hope they keep releasing more in this line. I've seen some of the bosses that are in this game. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I think we've been waiting on Ninth Sister for a while, and I hope she actually comes out. That's a big girl right there.
Yeah.
That's like the Hulk with a lightsaber, you know?
Yeah, definitely, bro. And it looks good. Now, here's my thing, because, and I have to basically say this, and this is with, complete honesty, it's going to sit for a while.
Yeah.
Clone troopers do that. You know what I mean? They do. Scout troopers, I'm sorry. They do that. They have a team. Because there's so many different interpretations. You had the Jedi version that released, then we had like a single version that released. You know what I mean? So and then on top of that, the Mando version, it's going to sit for a while. So it's not something that honestly you have to pre-order. I'm just being completely honest. You don't. If you're expecting something else from this line, you might as well just basically wait it out. Yeah, it looks good, but it looks great. But I still see a Scout Trooper, regardless of if you put a pauldron on this thing or not. I still see a Scout Trooper, and the Scout Troopers are my. I've out of all troopers, I've always loved the Scout Troopers. The aesthetics on the Scout Trooper, even with the speeder bike, seeing it for the very first time in Return of the Jedi, I was like, I'm with that. I love it. But yeah, it's not something I have to rush out and definitely get, automatically. Austin, what you think about this piece, bro?
I like it. I like it a lot. So 2 things. 1, the figure itself. I like him a lot. He looks great. Accessory looks fun. And the second thing to this, I think this was a great start to this new line.
Makes sense.
Some people may think it's boring, but it's safe. Just like you said, Leo, they already have the mold. This is an easy thing to do, and it starts off easy on Hot Toys pockets, and it gets the hype in the community building up. Now it's like, wow, they're actually doing video game characters. What's next? We need Cal. So you've been seeing this flooded all over social media. That's easy marketing for this, just because they released one simple mold they already had. So I may get this one. I'm not 100% sold on it. I don't feel obligated to just pre-order, immediately. Just like you said, we have time to think about this. This one isn't going to just sell out overnight. So you can think about it, and it's fine. What I'm excited about is what's next. What's to come? There's so many possibilities. That's the exciting thing about this Scout Trooper Commander. To me, that's what he represents. All the other possibilities from this game.
Yeah, bro. That's I'm right there with you because we already know what's to come next, and that's what I'm so excited about. I cannot wait. Um,
You know, they're not
you
going to
know,
blow their load right in the very beginning. They're not. They're not just going to give us that one heavy hitter in the very beginning. They're not going to give us Cal first.
yeah, they're not. And it makes sense that they don't. But this is why it makes sense that they did this first. You know what I mean? Um, because of the simple fact that the mold is there. They already have the mold for this. So why would you not? You know what I mean? It just makes perfectly good sense to do it. So um yeah. I'm definitely in on this, man. Triple G, what about you, bro? Did I get a chance to talk? What's your
No,
interest?
so I'm a comics and a movies guy, and when I first started collecting 1/6 figures a year or so ago, I swore I wouldn't get into the Star Wars rabbit hole, and I've
Yeah.
got 4 of the bloody things now. And I've got no reference point for this. I've never played the game, but I'm looking at it and I'm
Yeah.
just thinking it's very sexy and it would look very nice in my collection. So I'm worrying myself because I don't need this. It doesn't fit with my collection, but I think I want it. Which
Yeah,
is
bro.
scary.
Right. So that's yeah. That it's again, I'll probably end up getting it, but not off, I'm again, there's so much that's actually there. I'm not gonna pre-order it, and then we just have so much that's coming from this line. So it's just kind of a wait and see type of situation, but it's not a rush for me because it'll be there, and the scheme of things, it's definitely going to be there. It's definitely going to be a piece that people will be able to actually get in hand. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah. Now this next piece that I wanted to bring up, this caught me by surprise. And I didn't even dive into it. I didn't even put it on the thumbnail. Because I had to find it first, and then I was like, oh, this is where it's from. And I was like, okay, this is the company. That's making it, and it's a throwback to nostalgia for me. And people know that, this character it's being redone now for the 3rd time, with Timothy Chalamet himself. But Mars Toys is actually giving us a Willy Wonka, with an Oompa Loompa. Like literally they are. And this is Gene Wilder. Now, I will say that the Gene Wilder likeness, it is a bit off. It looks nice, but it's a bit off. But this Oompa Loompa is on point. Like it is.
I never thought I'd hear those words. I mean,
Right. It is. It's on point. Like it really looks incredible, bro. Like when you look at it, it looks amazing. But it's just, again, going back to my childhood, bro, and as much as I love this film, I was floored that they are actually giving us, this figure, man. Anybody can chime in on it. If you are a Willy Wonka fan, anybody can chime in on this piece.
So
Sorry, Austin, you go.
okay, I'll make it really fast. I've wanted a Willy Wonka figure for a while, right? Either Wilder or Depp. I love both for very different reasons.
Yeah.
This, when I first saw this, I was extremely happy. Now, granted, just like you said, it's not perfect. I couldn't nitpick this.
Nah.
I can nitpick it. Now, these are just prototype pictures. Am I hoping that it improves? I hope so. But even if it's just as is, for the price points that they usually do, that would be good enough for me to have in my collection. Now, should we settle for good enough? That's going to be up to that individual collector, right? If not, you can go custom. That's really the only route right now. But for me, this would be absolutely good enough for me to have in my DTOF, for me to look at and be happy about.
Yeah.
Also, that teaser, I'm in. I need both. I want both.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, again, part of your childhood, and when you see it, it's just like, wow, like they are really, really going in on that. And it looks phenomenal. What were you about to say, Triple G?
Yeah, so a big part of my collection is kind of movies that have got a lot of nostalgia for us. So this is right up that tree. And I've got a lot of faith in Mars Toys. I've got that Batman 66 Joker from them, and it is stunning.
And I got the Joker from them too. Yeah,
man. It's an amazing piece. But I think I'm probably more excited to see the Depp version. I know I've been talking to Ben, the attention seeking geek, and he's all over this. He's very excited about this.
That's who I wanted to talk to about it, but
Yeah.
I know he's super hype about this, man.
Yeah. I think I'll probably hold off and see what the Johnny Depp version looks like first.
Are they going to do a Depp version though?
Yeah. So they've put the teaser out. Yeah, they've put the
The
teaser
teaser's
out.
on the last slide.
Yeah.
Oh,
See the goggles?
wow. I think it's on the other one. I think it was on this one. Hold on. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does he come with 3 Oompa Loompas?
Yeah.
Damn, they did it up for Johnny.
You can never have enough on the numbers.
Wow. So they are doing this. Okay. I didn't even take note to it. I didn't really pay attention to it. But wow, okay. I see that. It looks interesting. It definitely looks interesting. Shane, what about you, bro? You gonna get you a Willy Wonka, bro? Nostalgia, bro. You gonna get you a Willy Wonka, man?
Nostalgia, bro. I'm writing all this stuff down for Shit Collectors Say episode 5. Nostalgia, bro. Yeah.
Hey, if you're writing that list down, there's another one I tell you I want you to add to, and that is this. I stand with such and such. I stand with this person. I stand with that person. Put that down too, bro.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but I will. So,
like when it's the divisive, something happens in the community, like, oh no, I stand with,
oh right, yeah.
you know what I mean, that person. Oh, I stand with that person. You know, put that in there, bro.
Gotcha. So this, where do I start? I've read the book. I've read a bunch of those Roald Dahl books when I was a kid. And the movie, it's just always on TV. Just like, especially Christmas. For some reason, I don't know. Are things the same in England? Triple G. Is it the same in the States? Yeah. Christmas Day, or definitely over the Christmas season, you're guaranteed this is going to be on at least 3 channels. Like, so it's great and all. But the thing about this though, I had a look at the company Molecule 8 did a John Lennon, and they're like out of business now. They're long gone, I think. But they did a prototype of their version of this, and it looks significantly better. Now, it never saw the light of day, but I think it's a fair comparison because they're both Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka, and they're both prototypes. This here, I don't think this is bad at all. Like this, I can kind of see the likeness, but I just think, for me, when I look at this, it looks like, let's just say hypothetically, there was a Gene Wilder Willy Wonka animated series. This looks like what I think that they would look like. I think it's just a little soft, like. But I mean, do you really care if the character means that much to you? I suppose that's a question for each of the individual collectors. But I'm probably a bit like, my opinion probably doesn't count too much, because no matter how good this was, like if this was like the kind of top grade Hot Toys DX or top grade in art standard, I still don't think I'd pick it up. It's just not a character that I gravitate to be honest. But
you know what?
People are getting it.
I was thinking about this, just watching the film, and I thought about this like a while ago. 2 worlds could actually collide and it would make sense. Just follow me here. Like 2 worlds could literally, collide and make sense. Like, I've always felt that Willy Wonka and Harry Potter could be in the same world. Like, I've always felt that way. Like, they could exist in the same world. Just the feeling, the magic could exist in the same world. I've always
who do you think's making those chocolate frogs? It's definitely
exactly.
No question.
No question, bro. No question. Like, they are hitting him up, and he is a part of that world. Like, I literally always felt like they could exist in the same world, and it would make so much sense. Literally. I don't know.
So for y'all, if you had to choose one, right? Let's say they're of equal quality. Let's just say Johnny, the quality of his is what we're seeing for Wilder right here. Would you take Gene or Johnny? Wilder or Depp? Which one are you going with?
I'm a Gene dude. I'm a Gene Wilder dude, because like I said, that was the original for me. And that's just where I go. I'm strictly with that character. Like, that's where I'm at.
Terminator just fell over live.
Oh,
He's
did
okay,
he?
though.
God.
Oh shit.
Oh no, he just felt like that much against the just the glass. I took him out for some photography yesterday, and then when I was reposing him, I was like, I'm not sure his feet are flat. He'll be fine. No, he's fine. He's fine. Everything's good. He's sent back through time to
He's
destroy
all
my
good
detail.
though. No damages. Everything is straight.
No, he's battle damage. I probably wouldn't notice if it was. Half his face is off, and only was the teeth off.
Definitely, but nah, man. I think I will. Here's the thing: is Mars toys? They are so impressive. Like they are really impressing me so much every time I see, and they are really tackling figures that other companies won't touch, and that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? It's like I hope they keep on doing this. Like I hope they continue to do this because they get the tailoring right, on their figures. They put a lot of care in to give us. And here's the thing: the saturation of colors pop. Like their color palette pops when they give us these figures, man. Like straight up, I definitely, again, Mars Toys, if you're listening, please give us an Eartha kit. Give us an Eartha kit, Catwoman, if you could, please. If you don't mind, just give us an Eartha kit.
I thought I'd heard there were. Because they're doing the Penguin, aren't they? They're doing a Penguin.
Yeah.
I thought I'd heard they were doing Eartha kit.
Yeah. I hope they do. I hope they give us because the Riddler looks good. It looks real good. And they showed like the prototype sculpt for that, and it looks good. So I'm hoping that they do it because it's going to look phenomenal once they release it. And I'm all in because the thing is I had to get the second batch of that Joker because I missed out on the first, but I do have the 89 Joker, and that one is just as impressive. Shout out to the beautiful Latoya T for getting that for my birthday, so appreciate that. But yeah, it looks phenomenal. I got to pay her back now, Austin, because she wants that Ahsoka, so I have to get her I got to find it. I found it. Yeah. I told her, I said, you know what, I'll get it for you because I know she wants it, so I'm gonna get it for her. I told her I would get that for her, so she'll be happy. Plus I wanted to have it, whatever. She met Rosario, so that just kind of, set her over. So I got it. But definitely. Somebody out there, Anna Michelle Pfeiffer, please, definitely. They have to give us a Michelle Pfeiffer. Then Shane will buy it. I already know he will. So give us that.
Give us a DeVito Penguin. Give us a Danny DeVito Penguin. I mean, that would.
Yeah. You know what though? If anybody would do it, it would be Mars because Hot Toys won't do it because again, DeVito does not want to. He doesn't give his likeness away at all. Like he won't sign for anything. He's just that person.
Yeah. The only thing I know of that he did was that quarter scale NECA of the piece. Yeah. And I don't know the ins and outs of how that happened. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. That
Give me an Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze.
I would
take that over most anything.
If they
Give
did
me a double
something
pack.
like that,
Give me him in his suit, and then him in his robe and like the bunny suit. Man.
But then they would have to give us a Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy,
and the Bane.
They would have
the Bane, man,
and the Bane. They would have to give us that.
I really like that movie though. I liked it.
If they go over the top for that, that would be like literally that would be insane if they did something like that. I don't know, man. We would see. But yeah, everybody let me know if you actually gonna get your hands on it. If it's something that you're interested in, man, who knows? Like, I mean, it's out there for you guys to get if you want it. I'm gonna ask just this question. This last question for everybody out there, for you guys, everybody on the panel. This week is going to be kind of tricky because Cam, we got Guardians that's going to be released this week, and we know what Marvel with Howard Chan does is before a film release, he'll give us at least one figure that he'll drop. He'll basically put out there. So I don't know, that plus May the 4th, there's going to be a collision course. Now, with that happening, we know that there are figures out there that we're expecting. Cosca Reeves. We're still looking for Wanda. What the fuck, man? Wanda. Like, can you just please give me my Wanda, bro? I just want it. Give it so we don't have to have this conversation anymore. Just release. You released. How the fuck? Okay, you basically released Yelena and this version of Win Wu before Wanda, bro. Like, literally, where the fuck is Wanda, fuckers? Like, come on, just give us Wanda, man. I don't get that, bro. But we're waiting on that. Phoenix Shan, Cosca Reeves. You know, is there some that I'm not mentioning that we're still waiting on that have been delayed? Because we finally got, and bro, we got Cyborg before Wanda. And here's, I'm not mad about that because I've been waiting for that Cyborg and I'm so happy. But I'm like, damn, when are they going to release fucking Wanda, bro? Like, this is this is incredibly, and there's been no level of transparency for that at all.
Zero.
Like, what the hell? But I think this is going to be a highly congested week. It is. It is. It's going to be, and leave it to Calvin to pop back in when we're almost with this show. Leave it to Cal.
I've been listening this whole time too. My bad, y'all. That took a lot longer than it should have.
No, that's cool. It's cool. We get it, bro. It's definitely, you know, the way it is. So anyway, what do you think? Do you think, now, let me ask you a question. Shane, I want to ask you this question. Do you think this week, especially with May the 4th, is going to be overhyped, or do you think it's going to be one of those situations where we might get blasted with some things?
Oh God, I just don't know, man, because realistically, the right thing to do, the logical thing to do, would be give us a wave the same way you gave the major nod to the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones last year twice. Like, the first wave had 5, the second kind of wave had 4, you know what I mean? So they really did. I think we're at risk of being Empire 40th anniversary. You know what I mean?
True.
I do think there's more coming, but I don't think we're going to get like 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, we probably should get more than 9 because, like, Return of the Jedi is a more iconic movie with probably a wider fan base than Attack of the Clones, I would imagine. I think
It's tough,
could be a bit
bro.
of a letdown.
It's tough.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to get another 2, maybe 3 40th anniversaries. I think they're going to pepper in a kind of a real figure that people will be like, oh, wow, like an internet breaker. Maybe you get your Cal Kestis from your video game.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'll be something out of left field. Something a bit like, you know what I mean? Something like, where did that come out of? Like a porcelain Iron Man or something. No, but there's something Star Wars related. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think maybe is probably a realistic version of what would happen. We're not, I would imagine, I'd love it if we got like a big wave of, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 Return of the Jedi 40. But I just don't see that happening. I think maybe 2, 3, which will bring us up to 4 or 5 in total if you count C3 or C3PO and the 40th anniversary Vader.
Yeah.
And something maybe from the game again. Maybe you get your Cal Kestis. Like, maybe the big one this week won't be from what we think it's going to be from, like the 40th anniversary. You know?
Yeah. That's...
I don't think we're getting that N1 though.
No.
As you say, I stand with Mario. I'm team Mario, man. I'm team Beer God.
I think you won that argument, bro, fair and square, because they from what I've heard, they shelved that. They shelved that mainly. The reason why is partly because of DeLorean and the feedback that they've gotten because of that, and because there's, you might as well say there's been a recall without a recall. You know what I mean? Like, they stopped production on it until they get things retooled. So I think that's, Mario definitely, if you're watching, I know he's actually celebrating, dancing his ass off right now because he knows it's not coming. So, again, Team Mario wins the day. He's been saying this from day one, and he just kind of like, shut everybody up with this. It's not coming. So it's definitely not coming. So I agree. Austin, do you think it's going to be a situation where we're going to get flooded, or do you think it's like we need to temper the expectation?
That's hard. That's a hard one, and this is just a best guess.
Mhm.
I would say if I had to choose between the two, right? Get flooded
Yeah.
or have expectations a bit disappointed. I'm gonna go with expectations a bit disappointed. Do
Yeah.
I think they release a heavy hitter or like a banger? Yeah, maybe. But am I thinking we're gonna get a flood? Am I gonna think we're gonna get Cal, Bespin, Han, Chewie, and many more? I don't think so. I just
Yeah.
and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm
Yeah.
wrong. I hope they give us all of it at one time, and everyone's extremely happy, and they all get what they want. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I think it's going to definitely be tempered. And that's the thing is like, I'm not going to go into it with the same expectation, even though it's May 4th. There's been times that we've been okay. Sometimes we've been let down. It's just like one of the things we got to actually see. I know there's
We
one
could get
person.
Wanda. Like we could literally get Wanda this week because again,
Oh,
this
it's
is a
May the
company-
4th, bro. And they were probably, yup.
They
But
released
were-
Pennywise at Christmas. Like I always go back to that. This is the
Wait, are you
logic
saying
you're dealing with.
Pennywise doesn't fit in the Christmas theme? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Huh.
I'm not going to put him next to the baby Jesus in the crib. Like that's just like it's not safe for anybody. So
Pennywise
like
like those kids, man. I don't know.
this is the thing. This is what I'm worried about. But like, like what's a bigger deal? Like Christmas, or May the 4th. Actually, no, May the 4th is way bigger. No, but you know what I mean. It's
would
like
be crazy
like,
if they
We just
released one
hyping up
on
the
May
Star
the
Wars
4th.
community.
Excuse me. That would be insane if they did that on May the 4th, bro. I would laugh my ass off straight up. I'd be like, wow, y'all really did that. You really did that, didn't you? That's crazy. But it could happen. That's the thing. And I think it could start tonight. I know one person who is like, you know what? May the 4th, if they don't, it's no sweat off my brow. And I know that is not what they did. Cam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys could actually get a lot of stuff to drop this week, or you could get not that much, to be honest with you. I'm not sure because, like, I was just looking at last year, the post for Hot Toys, and so on the 3rd of May, they dropped the Anakin and the Stab.
Yeah.
And then, like, on the 4th, they dropped like 5 figures.
Yeah.
So, and then Doctor Strange, like, teaser was on the 4th, too. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was just like,
Yeah.
all right, it could go either way. So maybe we'll get like a little Guardians of the Galaxy teaser later on that
Mhm.
night, but then you guys would get like
Oh, that's definitely gonna happen.
3 or 4 different ones,
Yeah.
I did see that they posted one of those like cos babies of Groot
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
wings. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Triple G, what you think, bro?
I don't know. I think that the release of that game version is very strategic. I would be surprised if we didn't get a Cal this week or
Mhm.
soon to link in with the game, and that would be good because I know a lot of
That would be
people are
dope.
keen for
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I'm surprised we've not had, unless it's come this week, anything about Adam Warlock. I kind of thought he's a figure that would jump. So I don't know if that's maybe on the way this week at some point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it would be nice to see Cal, I think.
Yeah.
Am I the
definitely
only one who
nice.
thinks if they release Cal this week? And once again, I hope they do. But just from like a business or marketing stance, is that too soon? Does that feel like you're just throwing out the?
But they would have been working on this for a while, I'd say, if they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just sorry to interrupt you there, but Draw the Line 35 has I think that comment, that is something that could happen. Because they are saying, I'm expecting 2 announcements from Hot Toys 40th, and he said R2 and Emperor. R2 was teased in the C-3PO if it is a new R2. Emperor was teased in the Return of the Jedi. That makes sense. A Dark Side Anakin from Obi-Wan and a Cal Kestis. Something like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like,
Yeah,
That makes
sense.
that's not crazy. Like,
I would
Right,
not
'cause-
be disappointed. I'd be ordering most of that. So
Yeah.
all of that, I'll be ordering all of that. Actually,
Them some bitches own me. They owe me a Dark Side Anakin. Sideshow, you definitely owe me. You should give me one for free after what y'all some bitches did to me, man. I'm never gonna live that down. I was anticipating that piece and it never came.
Yeah.
So anyway.
because that makes perfect sense. Think about it. All you got to do
Yeah.
then is retool your they have the mold for the R2 attacker clones, take away the thrusters, do a bit of repaint, whatever. Emperor, they have that, throw in some rolling eyes. Darkseid Anakin, updated a bit, and then Cal is your new development. You know what I mean?
Yep. They could even actually give us, to be quite honest, they could actually give us a Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan. They can give us Jesus Obi-Wan. You know what I mean? They could. They could definitely do something like that, bro. It would be incredible to see. So I
We're
don't
gonna
know,
need
man.
him. We're gonna need him to protect the baby Jesus from the Pennywise and the crib.
Pennywise.
Like,
Right.
we're gonna need Space Jesus. He's the man for the
Yeah,
job.
definitely. So let me ask, and I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna circle back to you on this, Cam. We're gonna end this with you really quick. But Cal, what you think, man? Do you think we're gonna get flooded, or do you think it's just more so again, we just
Man,
gotta
I
kind
think
of
it's a
wait and see?
toss-up.
Yeah,
I think it's a toss-up. I don't think they know what they're gonna do.
yeah.
Real shit. I think they sit back, have a huge wall with all the figures that they know that they can do, and just throw darts. And whatever lands, that's the
Yeah.
one. Let's do that next. Let's do that next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Let's get that. Or they could turn around and go and throw us something that will knock us all out of the water. Like, what the hell? Hell yeah. I'm all in on that. So who knows? I'm just sitting back this week and let's see what comes. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah. Somebody's definitely with you on this, Shane. John Wick for Hot Toys May the 4th. They could actually
That'll
go
probably
ahead
happen too. See?
and reveal that. They would be some shit if they did that. If they did that, like, wow, come on, man. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. And I missed out on the first John Wick. Hopefully they get this one. I'll be like, all right, I'll definitely get this one. I'll be excited. Hell, they could even, you know what? They can even drop Morbius this week. I'm just saying, it could happen. It could definitely happen. You never know. But I want you to take me out on this one, bro. After what you've seen with Adam Warlock in this film. Now, first of all, I love Will Poulter. I love the dude. He's just like a stand-up dude. Even though sometimes his arms look extra short for his body. Like he has an extra long torso and his arms look really short sometimes. But he did get jacked and he got a growth spurt. This dude got tall as shit out of nowhere.
Man got a glow up.
Yeah, bro. Like he got a straight glow up,
Yo,
bro. He did.
from We're the Millers to this,
Yeah,
And it's crazy because like
that's
before,
all one.
and it's crazy because before I saw the film, I could only see him as the son in We Are the Millers.
Eyebrows.
And then I saw the film and I was like, he's Adam Warlock for life. That's
Yeah, and the Meet the Millers thing, I was that guy.
yeah, right.
Eyebrow guy.
You're gonna have some regrets. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but
no
Doesn't even
regrets.
sing the letter.
nah, he had a straight up
Yeah,
glow
not
up
even
right
there.
now, bro. He did. Like he had a straight glow up from that film. So and it happens to hell, you can say the same thing basically happened to Ryan Gosling. Because when you basically see his career from Remember the Titans to now, it's just like, wow, this dude had a straight up glow up from those films. But
Yeah, I had a glow out rather than glow up, sadly. So I just kind of I went wider rather than taller.
I feel you.
The Hulkbuster makes up for it. Whatever you lost, the Hulkbuster makes up for it. So
Yeah.
There you go. Age glows me down, man. I'm about to be 50 years old this week, so yeah, my glow is. I lost my glow.
Can
But
I
it is
just
what it
say,
is.
I hope when I'm damn near 50, I look like you, Cleo. I'm just over here crossing my fingers.
Man,
I keep my hair and everything else. I hope.
yeah, keep your hair, bro. Don't want to lose that because straight up, again, you know what? And speaking of which, I wanted to give a special shout out before we close this shout to Calvin. I'm excited for the movie. It's going to be dropping soon, bro. Like, I'm so glad that they basically picked you up for Over the Top, the redo with your boy Low Key Calvin. Yes, if y'all don't know, Calvin is being cast in the redo for Over the Top, and I'm extremely excited about that, Cal, bro. Like,
All
man.
right, Ian, I got you. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something
Yo.
from y'all.
Ian hit me up. When he hit me up, he was like, yo, bro, we need to do this. He's like, we definitely need to do this because, he was like, Cal, like, needs this done. And I was like, word. He was like, yeah, we got to do this, bro. We definitely got to do it. And I was like, all right, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I'll do it for you. But man, like, yeah, you can blame that on him, bro, because it
And
wasn't
I
my
haven't even
fault.
seen that movie yet. I know what it is. I know what it's about, but I haven't seen it yet. I was like, damn, I gotta go see this movie now.
Look at that smile, though. Those are some nice.
But
Over
he got
the
me
top.
good.
I really want to watch this now.
My man Cal is going to be an over the top too. And you said it was a conversation that they had before. Wow, that's crazy, bro. That's definitely crazy.
That was a good one.
That was
What's
a
funny
good
is I
one.
saw your alert that you had tagged me on something, but I was driving and I was looking at other stuff, so I didn't even really see it. And I started getting hits, like people are hitting me. I'm like, wait, what the hell's going on? That just popped on my screen. I said, damn. Okay.
Hey, look at Ian. Bro, he planted the seed. He sent me the message. He's like, yo, I think we should do this. And I was like, you know what? Bro, I got you.
The cool part is I hit him and sent it to because I sent it to my Frankenstein's chat and all the other chats, and everybody's cracking up. And then so I hit him. I was like, "Yo, he got me." He just started cracking up. And then later he was like, "Actually, I did it. It was me."
Yep,
I was like, "Okay."
he did. He definitely hit me up. Shout out to Agent Fox. He's like,
I was like, all right,
shout out,
y'all
man.
plotting. Okay, cool. We good.
Definitely,
We good.
man,
Let's go.
definitely.
But that was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one, man.
But
Anyway,
what's funny
thank
is on
Yeah.
Saturday, on Wednesday night, he had made a reference in the chat that I saw. I just couldn't respond back to it, but I saw the reference to the movie. And I just thought it was funny in the back of my head. I really didn't expect that to pop up the next day. So I was like, okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, bro. It was phenomenal, bro. I was like, yeah, I got to do it. It was like my finest work. So thank you, Agent Fox, for that. Anyway, thank you guys for coming through. Everybody out there, thank you for actually sliding through the show. It's been a great show tonight, or this evening, or this afternoon, wherever you're basically at. Again, make sure you give us a like on your way out. 102 people in here. There was more in here, but just make sure you give us a like on the way out. Triple G, man, what you got going on, man? What can we expect from you coming up?
Yeah, so I normally do a couple of videos a week. So I've got a toy unboxing this week. I can't remember what it is. I think it's the Omniscient, the Heimdall figure.
Yeah,
from a while back.
Yeah.
So I've got that one. I've got a comic book video out. Got my live show on a Monday night where we're doing a spotlight on Scooby-Doo. No idea why the hell we're doing that, but that's going to be interesting. And then Saturday, I've got my live show where we go over like kind of the geeky news and things like that. So quite a bit coming out.
Definitely, man. Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for coming through and taking out some time in your day to actually spend some time with us over here with the crew.
Really appreciate the invite.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being here. Cam, cousin Cam, what you got going on, bro? I mean, again, thank you for the rundown on the film. I'm gonna actually check the review out after I get done with the show.
Definitely,
what's going on, man? What you got coming up next?
Yeah,
bro?
man. So as you said, I just dropped a reaction/movie review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 that I just released today. So if you guys take time, just go check it out. Drop me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I don't have anything going on this week. I might do a couple photos of my figures, and then also my daughter's roller skating in here, and I can't stop. I'm like, what is going on over there? Because I'm waiting for her to like appear behind the camera and be like, "Yay!" And I'm like, "Hey, go back on." Back. So yeah, and I'll be back on Say What on Wednesday, and right back on here next Sunday, man. But thank you for having me as always, bro. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, bro. As always, man. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Austin, man, what you got coming up, man? So glad that you can actually join us. And make sure that basically, like I said with Cam, again, we are still full-fledged ahead. Project Cam, get Cam to $2,000. I mean, to $2,000. As a matter of fact, get him to $2,000. Let's go, man. Get him up there, bro. Let's go. As always, if you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and become a subscriber for that channel, man. As always, doing some great things, bro. Austin, what's going on with you, man?
You know what? Let me start off with, hey, Peter, so you mentioned Scooby-Doo. I'm just going to throw it out there. I think my favorite Scooby-Doo movie is Zombie Island.
It's on the list. We've got it.
Okay. That or the cyber one.
Yeah.
That one was good too. In the Hex Girls one, I forget which one that is. But those are up there. Those are top notch for me.
Good stuff. Thanks, Austin.
So for me, I put out my first YouTube video, and I should be filming another one today. Just kind of going over what the current status of this room is, which is a mess. But I have plans for it. So, in that video, I hope to be talking about the future plans. And then, from there, I don't know, we're just going to see. But, that's kind of it for this week. Not a whole lot of exciting things. I should have a couple more figures to add to the ever-growing pile of new boxes. So
yeah.
I think it'll be, I think it's Rogue and Invincible.
Yeah.
I paid my invoice for those last week. Invincible should be here before Rogue, so that'll be exciting. I still have Omni-Man's new in box still, and can't wait to have those two out. Season 2 comes out later this year.
I'm excited about that, bro. Cannot wait. I definitely can't wait for that, man. So definitely thank you for being here as always, Austin. It's such a pleasure to have you here. My man Shane, what's going on with you, bro? What can we expect coming from you, man? Besides Secret Invasion.
Yeah, exactly. Me and you, man, we're working in undercover, So
hell yeah.
I stand with Leo,
So see, right, now you see it.
It took me a while. I just I'm a slow learner. What can I say?
Right.
Got it. So right, first of all, obviously, thanks very much for the link, and it's great to see everyone. Always good to chat figures, and massive shout out to people in the chat. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like on this video and subscribe to 1/6 Scale Man if you haven't done so already. So what's coming up on my channel? So my own channel is 1/6 Figure Focus on YouTube and at 1/6 Figure Focus on Instagram.
Yes.
I do this thing where I claim to be a figure photographer and I don't take any figures for months, and then I take the light box out and do a few hours worth of photography and say, right, I'm going to stagger these out over the next few days, but I don't do that and I just dump them all. So I took I took the light box out and took a bunch of photos yesterday, the T800, the Beskar Mando, the DX19 with the Jackson's UK, a bunch of stuff, cable. So they're now on my at 1/6 Figure Focus Instagram. If you want to go over there, check them out and give us a follow if you like that kind of content, that photography. On the channel, did a bunch of videos there on Friday, a few live streams. So that's 1/6 Figure Focus on YouTube. I'm 31 subs away from the big 2K. So if 31 of you are in here and you haven't subscribed and you like this type of content, go over there and click that like, subscribe button. And finally, I have a weekly show called The Hope Show. And I'm that will be every Monday, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, to the best of my ability. I want to keep that once a week. That will be 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which is 3 p.m. New York time, and it's 12 o'clock West Coast, I believe. So huge shout out to anyone who's taken the time to watch any videos, like any videos, subscribe to the channel. Really, really appreciate it. I've been a collector for years. I love collecting. I love making, filming, and photographing, taking photos of my collection. But the best thing is communicating with people on these streams and people in the chat and meeting people in person. So that is 100%.
Yes.
One final weird thing, if you don't mind. When you were talking there, you mentioned John Wick, and then I thought about Johnny Silverhand. And then I was thinking, didn't he play Johnny Utah? And didn't he play John Constantine? And then I started Googling it. I didn't realize this is a thing. So he's played
Johnny.
Keanu Reeves has played Johnny Utah in Point Break.
Yeah.
Don John in Much Ado About Nothing. Johnny Mnemonic in a movie, the same name. John Constantine. John in Generation Jonathan Harker and Bram Stoker's. I didn't realize this was a thing.
Yeah, bro.
Well, maybe I'm late to the party. He only plays Johns.
Yeah, right.
What is that about?
He plays a lot of Johns.
I didn't know that.
If you want him in your film, the character's name better be John. Straight up, man. So
Or he doesn't do it.
Exactly. Maybe he can play an interpretation of John Stewart. So you never know. There you go.
Yeah, he stands with John, man.
What was his name in Speed?
What was his name in Speed?
Oh no, I looked that one up. It wasn't actually
It was
John.
Jack.
Jack.
Close. I mean,
That was him.
That's close enough.
That was him outside of his company. That's why he didn't come back for the sequel.
Yeah, he was like, hell no.
But can you imagine him pitching
You
it?
changed my
So
name
we've
to
got-
John in that.
Can you imagine him pitching in that though? Can you imagine him actually pitching that movie? So like, this time there's this boat, right? And the boat can't slow down, and you're thinking, that's awfully familiar. It's literally the same thing on a boat.
Yeah. Why not? Like it makes good. Like, could you just tweak the name and just John. You know what I mean? Just give it John. So I don't know.
Crazy.
Plus, as a matter of fact, he's about to release a comic book. So he's been heavily involved in his comic book. So I'm like,
He
okay,
did Berserker a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah. So I mean, he's like a huge geek. And shout out to Keanu for giving us a great body of work, bro. Like straight up, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I enjoyed every single film that I've gotten from him especially in the Matrix. I have, because there's a certain element from films that I can actually take from it. So enjoy his body of work.
Also, along with being a top tier human being.
Yes,
100%.
bro. 100%, bro. A top tier dude who doesn't basically live by his money, bro. He doesn't.
Denzel Washington, Adam Sandler. Like, those are like my three guys who,
bro.
outside of what we see in movies and whatnot, top tier humans.
Top 10, bro. Definitely. And they're so
Gave
funny.
with Bill and Ted as well. So
that first Matrix film, I'm gonna put that out there as that was one of my best cinema going experiences I've ever had.
Me too, bro.
Just
Me too, bro. Because the thing is, it wasn't something that I expected. We saw the trailers, but when I went and saw the movie, I was like, get the fuck out. And then the second film dropped, and I was like, yeah, I'm on. And then the game, I remember the video game dropped.
Enter the Matrix.
I remember the game too.
And then I played
played
that
that. I did
game.
play that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love that game. I had so much damn fun with that game. So hell yeah. Cannot wait. But yeah, man, Shane, as always, if you haven't 20, you said you're 20 away?
31. So
31
might take
away.
me a few more weeks.
31
30.
away from 2K. So if you haven't already subscribed to 1/6 scale, 161.
If you haven't already subscribed to Justin's collection, you go over here right now and do
1/6
figure focus.
If you haven't already subscribed to 1/6 figure focus, make sure you head over there, man. Get him to 2K because he's almost there. Come on, man. It's almost there. It's like right around the corner, right there. Let's go. Let's get him to
Thank
it,
you.
man. Come on. As always, Calvin, my man, what's going on with you, brother?
Man, I'm just rolling, trying to get this truck back to the yard so I can start my day at Disneyland with the beer god himself
Hell yeah.
and hanging out. Might make a quick appearance at Ben Thomas show today. I might pop in from Disneyland real quick just to say what's up to the guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise, say what on Wednesday as usual.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
probably be coming in from Vegas again. So if y'all see me on the tarmac and hear some planes flying overhead, that's what it is. I'll be in the office. And otherwise, I'm just
Y'all
happy
call
to
me
see all
the
my guys
hardest
here.
working man? Calvin
Man,
is the
bro.
hardest working of all. Like, you just trump it all, bro. Straight up.
You gotta
but
pay
yes.
for the bigger.
I don't say no to I don't say no to money, y'all. I just say it's on the table.
Hell no. Hell no. None of us should. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Everybody out in the chat, thank you for being here with us. This has been a great day. Hope you have a really good rest of your day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are right now. Just basically celebrate that you are alive right now, peaceful, and let's see what the week brings. And I hope your pockets are ready, straight up. Because it's going to be a tough one. But here we go. We are out. Peace. See you guys later. Peace, peace, peace.
It's